It's Luke and Naomi.
No F-bombs. That's the reminder as we start episode 121 of Luke and Naomi On-Air. How about that?
We don't need F-bombs.
Pre-show routine. It's like, hey, what did we not remember last time?
Well.
Yeah, so listen to episode 120 if you haven't heard it. See if I'm serious or messing around.
Making stuff up over there.
Welcome in to 121 of Luke and Naomi On Air. We got Major League coming up in just a little bit. I'm very excited. I hopefully didn't ruin this for Naomi last night.
We'll see.
I tried to keep my mouth shut as much as I could, but I had all I could do to not, say the lines as they're saying them or before, or the jokes, and
You do have a hard time with that sometimes.
all the time. I blame my father, but that's okay. That's another story for another time. I'm Luke Austin. That's Naomi Lynn. I've seen a lot of movies. Naomi's working on it.
I'm working on it. I'm getting there.
She's working on it. So if you've seen Major League, relive your first watch through Naomi's eyes. If you've never seen it either, find out if you should.
I'll let you know.
You'll let them know. All right. Yeah, that's coming up in a little bit. I'm going to be very sad if you didn't like Major League. How about that?
We'll see. You have to wait till the end of the show.
We will see. In the meantime, the last episode to today, we really haven't done much. Not a lot going on.
No, not a lot going on.
You seem shocked.
But we went to Fermental and had an amazing sips and snacks experience with Halloween candy.
Oh, that's right. We did. I totally forgot about sips and
You can't
snacks.
forget about that.
Hey,
it was amazing.
Remember the part of before the show where I'm like, did we forget anything? That's where you remind me about the sips and snacks.
I forgot.
We got it now. That's cool. It was a lot of fun. That was sort of the only Halloween celebration we really did.
Yeah, we didn't actually dress up this year. We didn't go out, which is crazy for us. Usually we'll at least throw something together and get out there. Well, we didn't do that. Instead, we went to Fermental. They had their Halloween event where
Nailed
they
it.
pair different wines with Halloween candy. And there was 6 or 7 different Halloween candies. So we paired them with the wines, but we also paired them with a couple of beers too. So if you got some leftover Halloween candy and you want to know, hey, with my Snickers, what wine should I have? We have the answer for you. And you can check out that video on YouTube.
Snickers, Twizzlers, Nerds.
Reese's.
They all have hilarious names and are delicious.
Butterfingers.
And we're going to teach you how to pair them with wine and beer. How about that? Thank you for reminding me of it. I totally forgot about that. That was awesome. Shout out to Ashley Rogers at Fermental, who we've been on hiatus with Sips and Snacks for a little bit. He comes right back and just knocks it out of the park without even trying.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So that was fun. And then also, I've been sitting on this Lego set since last Christmas that Naomi got me. And so, almost a year now.
Yep, it's
the
been
Office
quite a while.
Lego set that I have had forever. So Saturday night, we had a little Lego date. Had a little sips and snacks of our own, broke out the Halloween candy and a beer or two, and put together the Office Lego set, which was amazing.
I love how Legos has now changed into this. I mean, it hasn't really changed into this thing for adults because even before, I remember being a kid and building Legos, and my dad was right there too, putting a house together or whatnot. But now they've got all these crazy sets, and they've got these beautiful plants and things that you can leave on display. Whoever decided the marketing over at Legos, they're just knocking it out of the park too.
Yeah, they made the Lego plants just for you too, by the way. So you don't have to worry about keeping them alive or anything.
And they just look beautiful. I do have to worry about bumping into them and breaking off a branch or something, but you can just put that right back on. It's fine.
That is the worst thing I find with Legos afterwards. If you're messing around with them, just trying to remove anything, you run the risk of just destroying. I mean, it
Half
dominoes.
of it, yeah.
It's terrible.
Yep.
But this Office Lego set really came together well. We did it together, which was cool. I don't think I've ever built something, at least as an adult, since I was 10.
Right.
With somebody else, so that was a lot of fun.
No,
too.
usually you kind of work on your own little project. But yeah, so doing this together, and luckily it's a big enough set, so it was fine. We could each work on a section. So.
It took a lot longer than I thought. Floor, some walls, a bunch of details. It took a lot longer than I thought. It was really cool.
Yeah.
All right, we've got some big news coming up this weekend. If you are in the Wilmington area, November 8th, Saturday.
Very important.
It's huge. If you're in the Wilmington area, we are going back to Fermental on Saturday, November 8th, around
2 p.m.
2 p.m. You want to be there before that, so you can get a seat and all that.
Yeah.
But it is the Jeff K 10K. Now, hopefully I can do the backstory quickly enough. We're in a craft beer club here in the Wilmington area. The guy who founded it that's his hobby. It's craft beer. That's what he does. It's his hobby. I don't know how better to explain it, right? But there's the app Untapped. And if you're on Untapped, that actually started in Wilmington, North Carolina. So you can use that to track craft beer, find different breweries, news, things like that.
You check in your beer. You try a beer and you rate it on this app.
Right.
You also can take a picture. That way you can remember it for later and go, hey, have I had that beer before? But yeah, it keeps track all of the ones that you check in.
It is basically social media for the craft beer industry and scene and things like that.
Yeah.
And Jeff K, the president and founder of the Wilmington Craft Beer Club, as we call it, is about to check in his 10,000th beer.
Yep, 10K.
Which is absolutely
Insane.
absurd, unheard of, phenomenal,
I love it.
and amazing. So if you are in the Wilmington area on Saturday, you got to come out. It's going to be great. And the best part is Jeff has no idea how many people are invested in this and going to be there for it.
Yeah.
So if we can make it even bigger, that would
I
be
would
wonderful.
love that. It's going to be an awesome event. He's going to check in his 10,000th beer on Saturday, which is very, very exciting, and to get to
That's
be
a
a
lot.
part of it. Plus, you'll be at Fermental, which is a really cool place. If you haven't been there before, this is the perfect excuse to check it out.
For sure.
Plenty of beers and ciders and seltzers and non-alcoholic beers if you want to go that route. They have like a frozen slushy machine that they usually put wine in so you can get a frozen rosé.
And they're not even a sponsor.
I know. We're doing our own commercial for Fermental here. But it's just a fun place. And they usually have music. It's right in the cargo district. It's just awesome. It's going to be a great event. We'll be there. So please come out Saturday, 2 p.m.
Heck yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. That's the Jeff K 10K. And he really doesn't know how big it's going to be. And there's a couple extra surprises that are in store for him. And all of that stuff.
We don't want to blow anything by mentioning it now.
No details here. We can move on to a couple of details of our Not So Polar Plunge for 2026. We're going to be doing that again on New Year's. If you don't know, that's where we hop in the ocean. It's not so polar because the ocean isn't as cold as places they do actual polar plunges.
Right.
And there's no way in hell I would do that. Anyway, so Not So Polar Plunge going to be on New Year's Day. And this year we are raising money for the Caribbean Surf Connection, which is a very awesome charity we love to tell everybody about, that helps out kids in the Dominican Republic, gets them out of terrible situations, teaches them life skills, puts them on a track to become, surfers and in the surf community. And even if not, just better people and,
learn some
successful
adult
adults.
skills and become a part of your community. So we're raising funds. We want to sponsor as many kids as we can. Costs $175 to sponsor one kid, which pays for like entry into these events, travel, food, clothing, all of that good stuff. So please consider donating, being a part of our Not So Polar Plunge. We're collecting donations on Venmo. The Venmo is at Naomi, Naomi Lynn, LYNN-34, at Naomi Lynn 34. And we're going to try to raise as much money as we can. And we'll have a couple of things if we hit certain benchmarks, that will make it even more exciting. Plus, we're live streaming the event this year. We want you to come out, be a part of it, jump in the water with us. If you're not in the Wilmington area, jump in the closest water next to you, be a part of our Not So Polar Plunge.
Cold shower if you have to.
There you go.
Whatever. So we've got a couple of goals that we've decided to set. We're going to do, if we raise $500, I'm going to go back in.
Yep.
I don't want to go back in.
$500. Luke has to jump back in that water. I want to see that.
I don't want to go back in. But again, it'll be live streamed, so, it won't be nothing I can get away with, really. Right?
Exactly.
And then if we, happen to blow past that mark, and not too much farther either, we get to 550, I'm dragging Naomi back in with me, too.
That's Fine.
So if
we'll
we
make
can
it
do
work.
5, we can do 550. How about that?
We'll see. Let's stop at 525 and call it good there.
But all the details on the Caribbean Surf Connection, you can find lukenaomi.com and links all over our socials and things like that. So you can find that, learn more about them, prepare to donate on New Year's Day. You can give them a donation now if you want to. We ain't going to stop you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not. So, yeah, looking forward to that. That is coming up faster than we want to admit, honestly.
That's right.
So
It's gonna
that's
be
why we're
here.
talking about it now, because then you'll, just tomorrow is going to be New Year's Day. All right. All right. You want to get into this?
Yes.
I got some random facts for episode 121, your recurrent dose of Did You Know? The World Series was the other night. Our movie today is about baseball. Do you know who was in the World Series?
No.
Do you know who won the World Series?
No, I don't even know who was in it.
Did you know the World Series ended the other night?
No.
Do you know they had multiple extra inning games in the World Series?
No,
this year?
I had no idea. So I knew, I thought it was coming up quickly here because I know baseball will go into October, but I don't know when it actually ends.
November. So, did you know the Dodgers won the World Series this year?
I know now.
Right. So the did you know part is here. So did you know that for the 6th straight year, a man named Will Smith has won a World Series?
Interesting.
The Dodgers have won 3 of the last 6, 2020, 24, and 25, and catcher Will Smith was behind the plate for all 3.
Okay.
On the other side, there's a relief pitcher named Will Smith who bounced around the league throughout his career, but he won 3 straight with 3 different teams: the Braves in 21, the Astros in 22, and the Rangers in 23.
Nice.
So, boom, 6 straight years, a dude named Will Smith won the World Series. And I
Cool.
know at least my old man's out there with a big old grin because he loves shit like that. Which who doesn't, right? All right, I got a couple of wine fun facts that we got when we were shooting our Sips and Snacks the other day. Ashley wanted us to read on air. So, did you know in Eastern Europe folklore, wine sprinkled on a vampire's grave was thought to prevent them from rising again, as the liquid was considered a protective potion?
Interesting. I'm not wasting my wine
People
on
in
a
their
vampire.
wine, wine just so important to everybody, right? Not wasting your wine on a vampire. You don't waste your wine on me. Did you know ancient Greeks believed pouring wine on the ground could appease wandering spirits?
Again, wasting wine.
Yeah, that's what alcohol abuse, right? Did you know throughout history, wine has been used in rituals to summon spirits and communicate with the supernatural?
Makes sense.
It does. It does.
Get a little buzzed up. Did you guys hear that?
Right. That's right. Did you know in the 17th century, some witch trial suspects were forced to drink wine? If they vomited, it was proof of their witchcraft.
I know a couple witches. Yep.
All right, that is your recurrent dose of Did You Know? Some rando facts for episode 121. All right, I saw this and I wanted to bring this up to you because this really kind of hit home to me, a little bit of the weird nostalgia where we are in human history and stuff like that. It's frozen foods that nobody eats anymore.
This is going to bum me out because
It is.
as a child growing up on frozen foods and frozen dinners and things like that, and I can't even recall the last time I had like a frozen dinner.
So what were some staples?
Like the banquet frozen dinners.
Banquet frozen dinners
was
are
a big one, or the banquet frozen pot pies that they
Oh,
had.
yeah, the red box.
Yes, the red box,
Of course, yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, Red Baron frozen pizza is
sure.
definitely up there, and their French bread pizzas; those were good too.
Let's see, have you named any?
Oh, pizza rolls. Pizza rolls were definitely a staple in the home. Actually, they were more of like a special treat. We didn't get pizza rolls a lot, but when we did, you got to buy the big like 120 piece bag or whatnot.
Remember we got
Chicken
the
nuggets.
pizza rolls. Yeah, chicken nuggets too.
Yes, but believe it or not, banquet chicken nuggets.
Of course.
Yeah.
They,
We still
Banquet or
went there.
Tyson, they ruled the freezers for years and years and years, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So just somebody, they I think it was a Reddit thing. They got talking about what kind of frozen foods that people just don't eat anymore. And I don't know how the hell fried clam strips are on this. I've never seen that.
I've seen it. Like I've walked past it in the
Frozen-
grocery store,
I
but
didn't know
it's
that.
not something that I ever wanted.
But like the next 4 or 5 really hit for me. So French bread pizza, which you ran off already, Salisbury steak.
The banquet Salisbury steak,
picture
because
it in a
that
TV
was
dinner.
awesome.
I picture it in a TV dinner. But, we've all had that friggin' Salisbury steak, right?
Yes.
Then there's the frozen orange juice concentrate.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can picture open the freezer and those stupid cans are in there.
And then you squish the can, and you're smashing it with the plastic spoon to kind of break it apart. So when you stir it, like,
My
you don't have
grandmothers
chunks left.
both loved that stuff. Fish sticks is the next one on the list.
Okay, I do
Do
remember
people
having.
still eat fish sticks?
I don't know. I don't really think so.
Just Kanye.
Probably. But I do remember being a kid and always having fish sticks in the freezer. Like,
Yeah,
that was
for
a
sure.
quick, easy dinner. Here's some
believe-
fish sticks. Here's some French fries.
I think it was every Friday night at my grandmother's house. It was fish sticks and macaroni and cheese.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah, of course. Frozen breakfast platters.
The hell is that?
Bacon, eggs. It's TV dinner for breakfast. What the hell is that? Exactly what it sounds like. Where's the confusion?
I don't know. A frozen
You
breakfast.
get excited because you want one?
A platter. It just kind of sounded like all mixed up together.
You still would like that.
breakfast hash. Well, yeah, but I've never seen that.
Jimmy Dean. Probably banquet.
Whatever.
And kid cuisine dinners is the other biggest one on the list. Did you have the kid cuisines when you were a kid?
I think I had them like once or twice.
For some reason, you cook the brownie and it just gets terribly overcooked, in the oven or microwave.
Kid cuisine was more expensive than the banquet meal. So you
right.
go with the banquet meal because it's cheap and it's fine. You could still get nuggets in that. And you could still get the brownie. The banquet meals had a brownie for a little while.
I must have got, I remember those two as well. I must have got the kid cuisine at my grandmother's house, and she probably bought them because, these are for kids.
Right.
Like that kind of,
Yes.
of course. So there you go. Just a little weird nostalgia. It's just, we don't eat like that anymore.
We don't, and
I mean,
that the
people in general,
quality
too.
of food has changed too. Think about the last time we bought pizza rolls. We bought pizza rolls to try to do a sips and snacks video with
That's
it.
right.
But the pizza rolls were so bad, we just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
it was like nothing goes with this. It was devastating.
It was just the lava effect,
Yeah.
but no taste.
Nope.
I mean,
Cardboard. There was a little bit of cardboard there.
we let them cool down so we got to grow the taste buds back and all that stuff. No, it was sad, honestly.
I know, because this list makes me want a banquet frozen dinner, but I know
It's just ridiculous.
that it would just make me so sad and it wouldn't taste as good as I remember. So I'd rather just keep the memory.
I love how you have fond memories of the food from the 90s. I look back at some of that stuff and it's just like, I can't believe that everybody ate that way.
Yeah,
Everything
I
was
loved
frozen
it.
and instant
Yes.
and terrible. Oh my goodness.
So bad for you, but oh, so good.
But oh, so good. All right. The next question is, you'll see this if you follow our Facebook page. This is going to be up here sooner rather than later. It is Chex Mix season. And what is the Chex Mix piece you're going to eliminate? If General Mills hired you to eliminate one piece of Chex Mix, which one is going? You know my answer.
You're getting rid of the rye chips.
You know I am.
I'm getting rid of the breadsticks
Why?
because I don't need those breadsticks.
I mean, okay, I shouldn't react so harshly because like everything
I
sort of
know.
tastes the same. But the six classic options: wheat, corn, and the other Chex. That's not one. of them.
Original?
Just wheat Chex and corn Chex. Rice is what I'm thinking of. But just wheat and corn Chex, square, circle, pretzel, mini breadstick, and rye chip.
If you're going to put both those pretzels in there, one pretzel can go.
That's a big answer for a lot of people.
Yeah. But if you're going to just do pretzels as one, pretzels have to stay and the breadstick can go.
This reminds me of years ago when we did the candy argument because everybody's got some sort of angle on this one. And that is both of those, I believe, are mentioned as like the top answers from these. Some people said, the rye crackers got to go all day. The rye chips are gross, look like diseased toenails.
That's disgusting. Those things are tasty.
I
Get
hate
the heck
those.
out of here with that.
When we get the bags of like the pre-made ones, I take all those out and put them in a separate baggie for Naomi.
And I get to eat them. And then growing up, when we would buy Chex Mix, we would all fight over the rye chips. And it was like, you can't pick those out of the bag. That's not fair. Grab a handful.
So, of course, online, the rye defenders jumped in. There's two types of people, those who think rye chips are the best part and those who are wrong. Y'all hating on rye chip for no reason. It's the best one here. The rye chip has divided the internet. Rye chip stays. Bagel chip comes back and replaces square pretzel.
I feel like you don't need the bagel chip and the rye chip.
I'd bring the bagel chip back, get rid of the breadstick and the rye chip, and bring the peanuts back, too.
I would have some peanuts in there. That's fine.
Because, when we make it at home, we make it with peanuts. That's the classic recipe. But, of course, with the peanut allergies all over the place, they don't do that anymore. So there you go. And then
is that really the reason why? I never really thought about it.
I don't know if it is why, but I think it's a fairly solid guess.
Okay.
Peanut allergy. So you bring Chex Mix to parties and work parties and stuff like that. The peanuts in it, half the room can't eat them anymore.
More Chex Mix for me.
The square and circle pretzels was a big argument. People were like, we don't need both. Get rid of one. I like pretzels, so I'm okay with that. Chex and pretzels. You can just give me those and peanuts. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't need a breadstick or a rye chip or a bagel chip or whatever.
I like having at least one other option in there. Got to mix it up a little bit. That's Chex Mix. That M-I-X mix.
No, the mix is the different kinds of cereal. You have 3 different kinds of Chex in there.
No, it's the entire thing is the mix.
And of course, it's the seasoning that makes it, so.
Yeah, that's all that anybody actually cares about. I mean, you could put
it's the hot butter that really makes it.
You could use anything. You don't even need to use the Chex pieces. Just whatever you find laying around, you just need to put that seasoning on there.
Yeah, that seasoning and the hot butter. That's all. For real. So, there you go. Look for and weigh in on our social medias. It'll be up there at some point if you want to get into it and tell me I'm wrong. We look forward to it. Yep. I am absolutely not. Those things are just terrible.
No, they're not. They're crunchy and delicious.
Terrible. They taste like...
Crunchy and delicious.
They taste like burnt breadcrumbs.
No, they don't.
Terrible. All right. Are you ready?
I am.
I don't have any baseball music, Baby Elephant Walk or anything like that.
I was going to say you could start singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game or whatnot.
I was thinking about pulling in the Randy Newman song at the beginning, but...
No. Oh my gosh. I'm not listening to that song ever again in my life.
And with that... Oh, I don't know what happened here. Hold on. I double-clicked. All right. Naomi... Just go. Randy Newman. And I'm talking about the different one, the open one where he's talking about the river and all that stuff.
All of his songs in this movie are what the heck?
Rolling into Cleveland to the lake.
I mean, that one was probably the best one. There's 2 other ones during the movie.
The real slow one, yeah.
Oh, it's so
bad. That's the one Naomi is talking about and lamenting already.
Oh, it was the worst.
Right.
I don't even mention it because I wanted to block that out of my memory here.
Let's go. Major League, Naomi's Under a Rock review.
All right, so we have a struggling Cleveland Indians baseball team, and their owner has passed away, so now his wife has taken charge. She's made some changes and is trying to shake things up a bit to see if she can get the team out of their slump by inviting a bunch of no-names to spring training. Wait. She's not trying to get them out of a slump. She wants them to be so bad that she can move the team to Miami. So that's why her list of invites to training camp were no names and people past their prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross them off. It's a good line.
That's an excellent one. We're off and running.
So we meet some of the characters showing up to training camp. We've got Rick Vaughn, who's Charlie Sheen, and who was in jail when they told him about the offer for spring training.
I don't know if I can make it by then.
Yeah. We've got Dorn, who seems like a rich kid who should be playing golf or something rather than baseball. He even brings his clubs. We've got Serrano, who is into voodoo. Jake, and a handful of other misfits here.
And say, hey, Willie Mays.
Yeah, I don't even actually... Oh, no, I do mention him. Vaughn pitches and can pitch fast,
Willie
but
Mays
doesn't
Hayes,
have any control. Willie Mays Hayes,
that's it.
Wasn't even invited to spring training. He just showed up. He can run, though. Dorn seems entitled and annoying. He was told to do 40 sit-ups, then argues with the manager, saying his contract says he doesn't have to. So the manager throws the contract on the ground and pees on it. So, we got some real winners here, the whole team.
I absolutely love Lou Brown. he says something like, I don't know, Charlie. I got a guy on the other line about some white walls. Let me call you back.
Yeah, just his demeanor, the entire movie. He's definitely like my favorite character.
Absolutely love Luke.
All right. Because of this new team, everybody across the country thinks this team is going to finish dead last. But the manager is hoping that he can prove everyone wrong. It's game 1. Let's see what happens. And it seems like they're off to an okay start. You know, you got a nice catch to get the other team out, an accidental bunt where Willie Mays audibly says, oops.
Yeah.
When
Oops.
he hits it. That was fantastic. But after that, it's all downhill. They're tripping over each other, trying to get the ball. They can't catch to save their life. It looks really bad.
Now, what did you think of their announcer?
He was entertaining.
The great Bob Uecker.
Yeah.
All right, just got to throw that out there.
If I had to pick between him or the manager, I'm going to take the manager, but just by a little bit.
That's right.
Those two people, like, stole the entire movie.
I sat up a little bit before she said just by a little bit because, you know, Bob Uecker. Harry Doyle.
Yeah. It gets worse after Vaughn starts pitching and walks everybody, and then he wraps up by hitting a player with his pitch and being ejected from the game. So that was fantastic. Meanwhile, all this is going on. Jake is trying to rekindle an old flame, his wife or would-be wife, if he hadn't messed things up. But she's interested in another guy who she says she's marrying, but Jake won't have it. He keeps trying to connect with her. He shows up at her
80s.
work and is bothering her. And I have to say, the writing in this movie is just absolutely entertaining. So this was while he showed up at, like, the library. And it's just the back and forth between Jake and Lynn. It's just well done. It's entertaining.
Yeah, they really played well together. Like, honestly, Rene Russo and Tom.
I'm not going to know his name.
I am absolutely Berenger. Yes.
But
oh my God.
it's not just those two. The writing throughout everything. You know, the fighting and chatter between the teammates in the locker room. The manager just by himself. I mean, come on. It's just funny. Plain and simple. It's good writing. It's entertaining.
That's right.
Like, I can't go through and quote every line of this movie. And
I might be able
obviously, I won't. But I definitely would suggest watching it for that banter. You know?
Absolutely.
All right, so Vaughn gets pulled into the manager's office because his pitches are still all over the place. That's when the manager realizes he's squinting to see. So he writes some letters on a piece of paper, asks him to read it, but of course he can't. So now Vaughn has glasses. Big, bulky, unflattering glasses.
Like grandma glasses, I love.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only frames they can find.
But at this point, I bet he can pitch now. At least I've got my fingers crossed that he can. And now they end up winning. Barely, but they're starting to head in the right direction, so this is exciting. All right, Jake makes his way to Dorn's home after this last game to have a chat with him. Apparently, Dorn didn't go for a catch he could have made. Could have been the game. What?
You gonna read the whole quote?
No.
The threatening quote? You're not gonna. Oh, all right. I was kind of hoping you were gonna paraphrase it at least.
No. I don't even remember what I say about it. So Dorn didn't go for this catch that apparently he could have made. And, you know, they were all like, he could have ended the game and everything. All I say is Jake threatens him over it.
Okay.
Because this team it's the only shot for a few people, you know? And Dorn doesn't care. He's just trying to make it through the season without getting an injury or messing up his face, probably so he can do endorsements and those kind of things.
Yeah, all that stuff.
It's a funny conversation, though, because earlier in the game, Vaughn said something about Dorn not making the catch, but Jake actually stuck up for him and was like, nobody's going to be doing that stuff, you know? Stop being a crybaby about it and just pitch. Which honestly is a good way to handle that.
Yeah.
You're still smiling about that. Do you want to say the line?
No, I'm smiling about the whole thing. I love the movie. That's all. It's just, and you know, Jake's a good captain, so of course in the middle of the game, he's not going to he's not going to say anything to either player. It's like, no, come on, he would never do that. Just like, let's go, let's get this guy out and get out of here and all that stuff.
So then what does he say to Dorn?
And then afterwards, he threatens Dorn to, you know, cut his junk off and stuff it down his effing throat. You know,
There you go.
It's
Yeah.
just such a, and he delivers. It brings out some of that fury from Platoon. I think he's in. That's really good.
Well, the best part is the wife's right there. Does anybody want any coffee? Nah, I think Jake's leaving. It's fine. All right. Then we have probably my favorite scene in the movie.
Here we go.
This great scene. So we've got a bunch of equipment that's not working right. The manager's yelling about it. Says he needs to talk to the owner, but he doesn't call her the owner. He calls her a bee, calls her a bitch.
Somebody get that bitch on the phone.
Anyway, she's there, and she confronts him about it. And he's standing there, he's naked, and she's like, you should cover yourself with a towel. And he's like, there are no towels. So he just stands there. And they
I'm
have
too
this,
old to go diving into lockers.
they have this whole conversation while he's naked. It's great. It's just ballsy, like literally.
Literally nailed it.
Which I loved. I just loved. All right. So now we have the Indians. They win their game, and Jake's ex is in the stands.
Uh-oh.
Oh. He sees her, runs after her, but can't make it in time, so he follows her home in the bullpen car. That's where we get that really sappy song.
Oh, yeah.
And he's in, the car that's shaped like a baseball. It's just really stupid.
Something about picking up the pieces.
Yeah.
It's such a terrible song.
And then they hook up, and she says, this doesn't change anything, which, okay,
Kinda
but
does.
you just cheated on your fiance, and you were mad at Jake for always cheating on you. So at this point, they belong together, cheaters. And they'll probably get together in the end because...
It's a movie.
It's an 80s movie, yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely.
80s movie where the boyfriend who did nothing wrong at all gets just absolutely shit on.
Uh-huh.
It's like, all he did was stick up for himself, and it's just like absolute villain. Screw that guy.
Right?
Love it.
But again, these cheaters, they can be together. They
It's
love
so
each
much
other.
fun.
All right, back at the ballpark, the manager finds out that the owner of the team wants them to be so bad that, she can move the team to Miami. So he tells the guys about it, and they decide, F it. The only way to save their careers is to win the whole thing. So they start getting serious. Also, they have this cutout of the owner, and each time they win a game, they get to, strip off a section of her clothing. I actually remember seeing this before. Maybe Luke had it on,
Most
and I
likely.
saw it, or maybe even my family at one point had it on, but I recognized the outfit she's wearing, and I knew that sections of the clothing were going to tear off
That's
with
awesome.
each of their
You've
wins.
seen the montage before, probably, right?
Yeah. And they do it. They kick butt, and they're tied for first place.
There we go.
So I'm excited. I'm invested in this terrible team of misfits that, the underdogs that you got to cheer for and all of that.
The best part is you don't have to watch any long, boring baseball games to get to the end of the season with them, too,
Right? You get to watch a couple of hits and you see a couple catches
Some
and you're
outs.
done.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Mrs. Dorn is watching TV with all the baseball coverage and sees her husband with some girl hanging all over him, and they go into a room together.
Uh-oh.
So she's mad. She finds Vaughn at the bar, sits down next to him, strikes up a conversation, and ends up going home with him.
Uh-oh.
They sleep together, and afterwards she mentions who she is. Vaughn really didn't know who she was, but, that's not going to hold up.
Charlie Sheen does that. His face in that scene, he does it so well where he's like, I didn't know. I swear to God, I didn't know. He's so believable there,
Yeah.
It's great.
So there's going to be some teammate fighting that
Oh,
might come up because of all this. Hopefully it doesn't end up costing them games if they're, they get at each other too much. I've got my fingers crossed that
So you're a
nothing
little
too
worried,
bad
right?
happens from this. Yeah. Also, we're at the point where apparently Serrano wants to sacrifice a chicken so he has extra strength or power for the ball game. So things are getting a little out of hand here. We've got some cheating going on. We've got a live chicken sacrifice, which doesn't end up happening. They don't give him a live chicken, but they do get him a bucket of fried chicken. So I guess that
Excellent
works.
solution. And it makes me hungry for fried chicken every single time.
When I saw that, I wanted fried chicken. Yeah, absolutely.
So it worked on somebody.
All right, here we go. The game is underway.
That's right.
It's
Go
close.
Yankees.
Nothing to nothing throughout the first 7 innings. Then the Yankees score 2. And now the Indians got to dig themselves out if they want to win this. and they dig themselves out. So Vaughn hasn't been pitching. He's always been bad against the Yankees, so they actually had him sit, and they had Harris, their veteran pitcher, in. But in the ninth, Harris is struggling, and so they pull him. And out comes Wild Thing, Rick Vaughn, to try to close out the game.
Here we go.
Which is a great scene when he comes out and everybody loses their mind and Wild Thing is playing.
They show the bar. And...
yeah, it's just kind of exciting. It's nice. It makes me think of all the times where, the home team is playing and everybody's so excited, even if you don't really care that much.
Sports is awesome.
Yeah. So bases are loaded. The pressure is on. Is he going to do it? Yes, he is. Wild Thing strikes him out, and the Indians are still in it. Willie Mays Hayes gets on first. Then he steals second, which is fun to watch. At this point, all they just need a score. We got Jake is up, strike one. Then the ball almost hits him or barely hits him. I don't remember. And he kept pointing.
So
to the
he
outfield.
pointed, and he's doing that against the Yankees. Babe Ruth did that for the Yankees, right?
Yeah.
So he did that against the Yankees. The pitcher on purpose threw at him to brush him back.
Yeah. I didn't know if the ball actually hit him.
No, because then he would have gotten a...
Well, and that's what I thought. So almost hit him, I guess.
Yep.
So then...
little chin music.
Here he goes. He bunts. Gets on first. Willie Hayes.
Willie Hayes.
Ends up scoring. The Indians win. Everybody is happy besides the owner who wanted to move them to Miami. Dorn is even happy, punches Vaughn in the face for sleeping with his wife, but then helps him up and all is forgiven. And of course, Lynn, Jake's ex, was in the crowd and they got back together. So, cheaters can stay together.
Cheaters.
What a happy ending.
I love it.
The end.
All right. We got a lot to unpack, a bunch to get to. But first, did you like it?
I did enjoy it.
It's a good movie, right?
All the lines. I can see why this is one that
it is.
You had lots of trouble not saying the lines before they came up.
It's a well-written movie. There's a lot of fun stuff in there as far as that. So you liked it. What is your favorite quote? Do you have a line? Is there one? I mean, of course, we glossed over all of the lines that have become famous. Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed. There's like a whole bunch that we didn't even say. All of the Serrano stuff. Hats for bats, and are you trying to tell me Jesus Christ couldn't hit a curveball? Yeah,
I mean that line is up there for
sure. That is iconic.
Yeah, but I do like, because again I like the scene where the manager's standing there and he's naked. So probably the thing about there aren't any towels and I'm too old to be jumping into lockers. Like that. That's definitely up there for a quote for me. I like that a lot.
All right, so. You've heard people saying all the quotes, right? So out of the ones that, okay, you picked one you like, do you have one you've heard before that when it popped up on the screen, it was like, oh, I remember that? And if you can remember any, did you have a favorite one of those where it's just like, oh, that makes so much more sense in context?
Well, probably the biggest one is the one that you said, just a bit outside.
Yes, because you've heard that from about 11,000 people that I can think of screaming it at you when they found out you didn't know the movie.
Right. Well, that's definitely up there. So that one would probably be the most common one that I remembered while watching the movie.
So, okay, cool. And, I mean, did it hit? Or was it ruined because you've heard it so many times?
I feel like I knew it was coming.
In the context of the movie, when he's warming up or when he's throwing his first pitches and stuff. And then he hits that. That is easily the most quotable line of the movie for, whatever reason. It's Bob Uecker, honestly. So there's all that. Did you like the Harry Doyle stuff, Bob Uecker in the booth where he's, got the booze out and he's like, I can't find it, the hell with it.
Right. And then says
as a broadcaster, do you like that stuff?
Absolutely, because I love seeing broadcasters gone bad.
Right.
Especially at one point he mentioned something about like, I believe so-and-so is an ex-convict, and they're trying to look up the information, and his buddy's like, I don't know. I don't have that written here.
Yes, the interaction between the two in the booth is just excellent. What was your favorite character? This is a new question. I haven't asked you before in a lot of movies, but because this movie's so stuffed with really good characters, do you have a favorite character?
It's definitely the manager.
So it's definitely Luke.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering if it might be Serrano.
I mean, Serrano has his charm, if that's what we want to call it.
Pissed off now, Jobu.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if I told you to picture that guy, and now picture him in plain English saying, Allstate. Something about Allstate.
Really?
That's that dude.
Is it really?
Yeah. Blanking on his name right now because I don't have that page pulled up right in front of me.
I
Dennis
don't
Haysbert.
like that.
Yeah.
I just want him to be the voodoo guy.
He's Serrano. He's also in another baseball movie. He's in Mr. Baseball with Tom Selleck, which
Okay.
That's where he goes to Japan and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. I know
Yeah.
that one.
Yes, I put that one on all the time. We couldn't do Under a Rock for that one because I've
I've seen
Mr.
enough
Baseball.
of it, yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to drop that on you while we were recording because I knew that would kind of blow your mind a little bit.
Yeah.
So favorite character is Lou Brown.
Yeah.
All right. Was there a cringe level with this movie, with maybe the 80s romance stuff or anything?
Randy Newman. Sorry, man. You cringy.
What level?
Well, Randy Newman by himself, that cringe level is probably like a 4,
Family Guy helps. Do you remember the old Family Guy? It's like one of the first seasons they make fun of Randy Newman for a good half the episode.
I don't remember.
All right, that's fine. I'll have to show
Drawing
you
a
later.
blank, man.
Title of the movie and the movie, not really. Did you like it? We went over. What did you know about Major League going in?
That it was about baseball and a struggling baseball team. That's about it. But again, I knew the scene of the owner losing her clothes.
All right, so you knew that. Did you know Charlie Sheen was in it or Wesley Snipes or?
I believe I knew Charlie Sheen was in it,
Okay.
but I didn't know Wesley Snipes was in it.
What were your thoughts going in?
I don't know. I thought, it's going to be kind of a cute baseball movie. Here's these underdogs, and they're going to win because that's what happens in a baseball
course.
movie. And there's going to be a love interest. I didn't know it was going to be Jake and his cheating friend.
There was a point in the movie where Naomi just started dogging on that part of the movie out loud, so I knew that was coming up for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. You guys both cheated on each other. What the
For
hell's the
real.
matter with you? And then she acts all offended, like, "Oh, how could you do that to me?" and all this. And then she does it on her own boyfriend. Like, what the heck? Come on now.
What surprised you?
I think honestly the writing, the cleverness, and just really enjoying the movie. It wasn't a sit. I didn't have to struggle through anything to
yeah.
stay focused on. Sometimes with some of these movies, I like the movie, but there are parts where it's like, okay.
Especially when we're in some of the older movies too, that makes it a little like it's like they just cram scenes in.
Yeah, and
right?
sometimes it's like this isn't needed, whatnot. So pace of the movie was great, and I was just kind of surprised that it kept my attention, and I thought it was entertaining throughout the entire movie, especially because baseball's not a big sport for me.
Right.
I've gone to a couple of games. I like going to a couple of games because, live sports is always more fun. But I'm not going to watch baseball on TV. I'm not a huge fan. I that. I didn't even know who was in the World Series
That's
this
right.
year,
That's right. Yes.
So to enjoy it that much as a baseball movie was nice.
Awesome. Wonderful. Would you have liked it more or less if you saw it when you were younger, teenage years?
Probably less. I probably wouldn't think it was as funny,
Right, the comedy
or
part.
clever. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Favorite part?
Oh, the naked scene.
The naked locker room scene, of
Yeah.
course. Least favorite part?
Randy Newman.
I love it.
Also, why the heck does Jake just go into everybody's house?
Yeah, he just walks in.
Walks into everybody's house.
Just walks in.
Follows people home and then walks into their house. Follows people to where they work and just starts harassing
Walks
them.
in. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a pro ball player, right? And
So he can do whatever he wants?
to see what they pictured a pro ball player dressed like in 1988, 9, whatever, is very interesting compared to 2025 also. I just wanted to throw that out there. So obviously you're recommending this to someone else who hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
Watch it again?
Yeah.
Are you stopping if it's on TV?
Probably.
So you're happy you watched it?
Of course.
Does it hold up? That's a new one.
Yeah, for the most part.
All right.
I'd say it holds up.
I mean, except for what they picture ball players dressed like at
Yeah.
that point in time, but league minimum. So there's that.
He's very open about that. That it is the league minimum that he makes.
All right. Awesome. What did we miss anything? Is there any other notes you have? Anything else you want to throw in about Major League?
Nope. That's it.
They don't call her the best colored woman in the league for nothing, folks. How about that?
That's right. You just wanted to use that line.
Absolutely. I honestly just fell in my lap.
It did. It did.
All right. Excellent review. Excellent. I'm glad you liked the movie too, because I love Major League, and now I can put it on all the time.
There you go. You can always have it on.
That's right.
It's time for Thought of the Day.
Thought of the day, thought of the day. It's the thought of the day, thought of the day.
Beautiful. I loved it.
What do you got for us?
All right. Leaving up Christmas decorations outside is more acceptable than leaving up Halloween decorations.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess I never thought of that. I mean, people are still going to kind of probably talk about you behind your back if you're leaving the Christmas decorations up all year round, but with the Halloween decorations, at least it's not terrifying.
If you see like gravestones in your yard and stuff like that into December, people are like, the hell is going on over there?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
All right, Luke, are you going to leave us with a laugh?
I'm going to do my best. Let's see what we got here.
Okay.
It's the dad joke card stack. So I gave all my used batteries away today, free of charge. What cheese do you use to disguise a small horse?
I don't know.
Mascarpone? I don't know how. Mascarpone? Mascarpone? Okay.
It
Moving
doesn't.
right along.
It doesn't work if you don't know how to say the cheese.
That's right. What? How do you say that cheese?
I don't know. I don't even know what kind of cheese it is. I thought you were going to say something about cheddar or Gouda. Yeah, I don't know how to say that name of the cheese.
All right. I burnt my Hawaiian pizza last night. I should have put it on aloha setting. I'll take that one. That's stupid enough. I'm with it. I like it. I'll take that one. All right. Wonderful. Don't forget to check out our socials. Our stupid questions are up there. Not just the Chex Mix part you want to get rid of, but we've got some other fun stuff up there as well. We got all the links that you need to everything, including the new sips and snacks, the Halloween candy. So you got that Halloween candy sitting around after the kids went trick-or-treating and you want to know what you should pair it with. Check that out as well. Luke and Naomi On-Air, Facebook, and pretty much everywhere except for lukeandnaomi.com.
That's right.
That's
Well,
right.
we're still there.
We're still there.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't know. Did I say something? Did I say it wrong?
You just made it sound like we're everywhere except for lukeandnaomi.com.
No, we're definitely still there. New
Yeah.
stuff all the time. Naomi's constantly working on that update and everything. And we've got all your links up there for all the things, too.
All the things.
I was just going to start listing more shit off, but I don't want to keep going with all
No,
that.
you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, they get it. It's cool. All right. That is episode 121, Major League. Don't know what we're watching next week, but
We'll
that's
find
cool.
out.
If you're following all the stuff I just mentioned, you'll find out too. How about that? Have some fun this week and be excellent to each other.
Love you. Bye.